part of the scouts. I said, young man, do you wanna get out? I said, young man, we will knock you about. It'll be okay. Why worry, young man? You'll be one of the gang. I said, young man, things'll go with the bang. I said, young man, you will soon get the hang of it. It's okay. Why worry, young man? You will soon get the knack. I said, young man, you'll be copping your whack. I said, young man, we will bend over backwards to make you feel you're wanted. In the brownies, everybody is your friend. In the brownies, they're all waiting round the bend. In the brownies, sticking with you to the end. In the brownies, in the brownies, in the brownies, everybody goes to camp. In the brownies, there is nothing like a tramp. In the brownies, grab your mouth organ and vamp. In the brownies, young man, stop bumming around. I said, young man, keep your ear to the ground. I said, young man, now's the time to go down to your local branch and join us, young man. Stop looking behind. I said, young man, you know you're going to find. I said, young man, you're sure to go blind if you don't eat up your carrots. In the brownies, you won't be tying many knots. In the brownies, you'll enjoy it such a lot. In the brownies, you can give it your best shot. In the brownies, in the brownies, in the brownies, a canteen that never shuts. In the brownies, never any ifs or buts. In the brownies, ginger beer and fruit and nuts. In the brownies, in the brownies. They want you, they want you, they want you as a new recruit. They want you, they want you, they want you as a new recruit. In the brownies, everybody is your friend. In the brownies, they're all waiting round the bend. In the brownies, sticking with you to the end. In the brownies, in the brownies, in the brownies, everybody goes to camp. In the brownies, there is nothing like a tramp. In the brownies, grab your mouth organ and vamp. In the brownies, blow that thing, baby. Suck it, suck it. I like it, I like it.
Nice to be back in London. This heavenly voice keeps saying, what the hell are you doing here? Every time you come here, it's owning up time. I don't like it very much. Right. I'm going to tell you a wee story. There are two guys, two wee Glasgow guys, and they went on holiday to Rome. And they were being tourists, you know. Oh, look, another one over there.
Oh, that's great. I wonder who papered that ceiling. That's fantastic.
Oh, going around the place, looking at things. And the sun there in Rome was really getting to them, you know.
Today the sun's beating down in my head. It's beating down in mine as well. Funny that, isn't it?
So, come on, we'll go and get a bevy. And they went into a wee bar in Rome, you know. Sauntered straight up to the bar, said to the barman, "Hey, Jimmy, give us 2 pints of heavy." He says, what? In Italian, you know. And he says, give us 2 pints of heavy, you know what I mean? He said, well, we don't sell heavy in Rome, you know.
Oh, what a bore. What have you got then? I don't know about anything except heavy.
He said, well, you're welcome to anything you see here, you know. It's...
Do you know anything? No, I don't know anything.
I tell you what does the Pope drink? He says, well, he likes a glass of creme de menthe from time to time. Give us 2 pints of that, well! See, no bother when you know. Right. 2 green pints, duly arrived.
Well, all the best. When in Rome, get it! When in Rome. Right.
What do you think? It's a bit like drinking polo mints, isn't it? Ah, well, who cares? Another 2 pints, Jim. No, keep your hand in your pocket. Give to another 2. My round. Same again. All night into it. They wake up in the morning in a crumpled heap in a doorway. Peed the trousers. Steam. And they've been sick down the left side of the jacket. They've been shouting and Huey all night, right? And occasionally Ralph. Huey! Ralph! And it's Green. Green Huey, or Huey Green, if you like. Here's a thing. Have you ever wondered why every time you're sick there's diced carrots in it? I have never eaten diced carrots in my life. What? I've come to the conclusion that drink doesn't make you sick. It's diced bloody carrots. There's probably a pervert somewhere with pockets full of diced carrots following drunk men. Meanwhile, back in Rome, the 2 guys are lying in the doorway. And they're just getting awake, you know. Oh, my head. Christ. Oh, I think I'm wearing an internal balaclava. Oh, my body's all sore. Oh! I can't feel my leg! That's my leg, you vampire! Oh, thank Christ for that. What a fright I got. Oh. How are you feeling? Oh, I feel kind of funny. I think I've had a tongue transplant. This one doesn't seem to fit. Jesus, you say the Pope drinks that stuff? No wonder they carry him about in a chair. Eh? Do you remember those teenage parties? With your head in the toilet? Yeah! Going to these parties, 3 cans of lager and say, oh, I'm going to get pissed tonight. It's coming out your eyes. Kneeling in the bathroom floor. My my friends thought I had a long-lost brother called Huey who drowned in the Clyde because I was always shouting it down the toilet. Come home, Huey, all's forgiven. I was at a party once. I come from a wee town called Partick in Glasgow, right? Let's hear it for Partick, folks. Yeah.
Put it on your leg, you can't miss it. Oh, this is great.
Party time. Is it okay to carry on? Aye. We're all getting bevied. And there's one guy in the company who isn't drinking the same stuff as us. We're all with beer and whiskey and odds and ends. Not him, because he makes his own booze. And it's like pink milk. And nobody wants to know, you know. You won't go near it in case it changes the colour of your hair or something. But he's trying to convince everybody how good it is. Massive measures.
Oh, how good this is. Oh, have another large one. All right.
And he ends up lying across the chair like a bendy toy, right? Making noises that don't mean anything. So they grab him and take him out the room like a rubber man away to bed. He's telling everybody he's all right. Aye, aye, sure, come on. And into the bed and lie him down. Because he thinks he's still walking, right? So, we all go back to the room and give it. And as we're telling jokes and carrying on, and then there's a noise from the hallway. Like, we'll run out to see what's happened, and he's lying in a heap on the floor. Pick him up, and it becomes terribly apparent that he's shit himself. Oh, Christ. He's been trying to get to the toilet and his legs refuse to cooperate, right? The rest of him's in perfect working order. And, I've shit myself. Yeah, you're the last to know as well. Oh, no. So some of the braver ones take him away, clean him up and put another pair of jeans on him. We'll take him back into the bedroom, you see, to lie him down again. About a foot from the bed, he goes, oh! Oh, no! Get me to the lavvy! Oh, for Christ's sake, turn around, hurry up! Move your bloody legs, come on! Oh, God! Right, move your damn leg, for God's sake! Push him and I'll pull here! Oh, jammed in the door, come on! Get him through, into the toilet, get him up to the toilet seat, turn him, right, I'll get his trousers, turn him round. Sit him down! They sat him down, he went, One day, the circus came to Glasgow. You think it's Ivan the Terrible, don't you? Well, one day the circus came to Glasgow. And everybody knew the circus was in town because there was elephant shit all over Sucky Hall Street. And the AA and the RAC had put out messages about it, you know. An elephant has shit in Sucky Hall Street. Treat it as a roundabout. Oh, he's terrible! And they were all dancing and singing and lions were growling and it was great. And then the big top went up in Glasgow Green, which is down beside the Clyde there. And they were all looking at it.
Some tent, that, innit? Big stotery of tent, that. Look at the size of it. Some size of tent, innit? I'd like to see the rucksack. Ha! You get it? I don't see a rucksack for that thing. That's a cracker, isn't it?
Billy Smart coming up the M1. And the circus there was all that stuff happening. And all that. And then it was half time. The second half started. And the ringmaster came into the ring, resplendent in his red coat, white trousers, the boots with the brown tops and the top hat. He was making that noise because he couldn't get his whip to crack. And
he's spitting me. Oh, spitting me as well.
Ladies and gentlemen, for your entertainment this evening, at enormous expense, from far off Jabarovia.
Where's Jabarovia? I don't know, he pointed over there. It must be down Crown Street somewhere. Sounds hell of a far away, I'll tell you that.
Far off Jabarovia, the bravest man in the world, the great Marvo, assisted by the lovely Doreen.
Marvo, covered in hair and muscles, leopard skin leotard, brave, other one, the same, and the Dorians. And she goes away and gets him a chair. And then she goes and gets him a whip. Wait a minute. Christ, that Doreen knackers me every night. And a big tiger comes into the ring, slinking. Big sneaky eyes. Making tiger noises. Arf. Arf, arf. Arf, arf. And it does tricks. Goes round and then it goes up things and comes down again. Goes round and goes up again. Barks a bit. Arf. Back down. Rolls on the floor. And everybody's having a great time. And then there's a short roll in the drums. He throws his chair away. He threw his chair away.
I know, I saw him. I'm here as well, you know.
And there's another burst. Throws his whip away. Fling.
Oh, he's flung his whip away. Stop it! Don't keep telling me things that I can see myself.
Right.
Hey, I think the tiger could eat him now. His chair's away. He hasn't got a chair. Tigers can eat you dead easy when you haven't got a chair. They're frightened of chairs, you know, tigers. Did you know that? Oh, they can't stand it. It's their only enemy in the jungle, the chair.
He stares the tiger straight in the eye. And it begins to look a bit sheepish, though. And he walks right up to it, about a foot away from it. He goes, and it sat down. And it went, I know what he's going to do. He's going to put his head in its mouth. I've seen it before.
What's a tiger's breath like? Oh, shut up, will you?
But he didn't put his head in its mouth, because he was the bravest man in the world. Oh no! Oh, don't do it, Marvo! Oh Christ, I can feel it from here! Don't, Marvo! You'll bleed to death, I read it in a book! But he did. He went, plonk. Oh, brave! Oh, true, true, true. Then there was a boom. And he tried to squeeze the jaws closed on his willy. Oh, Marvo, don't! We're already impressed! Thank you! Ah, he is the bravest! He's the very bravest! Off to thunderous applause. Ringmaster came back in. How about that, eh?
Aye, terrific.
Now we're going to end the show in a rather novel way tonight. How about a volunteer from the audience to do the same thing?
That'll be right.
Oh, is this the Glasgow I heard so much about? No volunteers? Okay, a wee incentive. £500. Oh, silence.
That's a lot of money, isn't it? You know. No, you wouldn't date yourself if that's how you feel. You've got less to lose than me anyway. Hey, that's not very nice, that. I had the measles, you know.
So I'm going to... Still no takers. Okay, last offer. £1,000. I'll do it. The guy comes down for the back. Ah, no problem. He likes of me. Right. The ringmaster says, now, sir, are you sure you know what you're doing? Ah, no problem. No sweat. Well, let's get on with it and give us a bread, okay? Now, sir, are you sure you've got no last-minute niggly-naggly doubts? Well, one wee niggly-naggly one, maybe. And what would that be? He said, I'm not sure if I can get my mouth open as wide as a tiger. So, from there... The moon's silver fingers crept over the mountain on a deep purple Arkansas night. The red lights were glowing, the red wine was flowing, the couples danced into the night. Deep in the forest, a bluebird was sleeping where only the coyote calls. The dancers were swaying, the band it was playing an old-fashioned Tennessee waltz. He stood in the shadows, the black-hatted stranger. He stayed well away from the bar. She could see his moustache and his blue-tinted glasses in the glow from his 5-cent cigar. She walked right up to him and said, "Hello, stranger." He answered, "It's chilly for June." They swanned arm in arm to the edge of the dance floor, and a black cloud sailed over the moon. Just an old-fashioned Tennessee waltz. You've heard it before, you'll hear it again. Just an old-fashioned Tennessee waltz. Young ladies, beware. mysterious young man. With glides and with sachets, they swept the floor softly. She felt she was dancing on air. But his hands felt so cold and his eyes looked so old as he gave her that "come with me" stare. She saw no danger, but who was the stranger? Was he real? Was he true? Was he false? She took a chance and she lost. Her last dance was the old-fashioned Tennessee waltz. Just an old-fashioned Tennessee waltz. You've heard it before, you'll hear it again. Just an old-fashioned Tennessee waltz. Young ladies, beware of mysterious young men. Just an old-fashioned Tennessee waltz. You've heard it before, you'll hear it again. Just an old-fashioned Tennessee waltz. Young ladies, beware of mysterious young men. Just an old-fashioned Tennessee waltz. Chanty on your head. Put on your stainless steel wellies, babe. I say with that chanty on your head. When you walk down Suggy Hall Street, Jesus Christ, you're gonna knock 'em dead. You know I read Kama Sutra, baby. You know I dyed my nipples black. I told you twice I read Kama Sutra. You know I dyed my nipples black. Do you remember I crawled into your bedroom and you were snoring on your back? I didn't mind the Fair Isle balaclava. I loved the bowler hat with sleeves. You know, I grew to get fond of the Fair Isle balaclava, and I loved that bowler hat with sleeves. Why did you get so hurt about the broken nose, babe? It didn't mean that much to me. Take it away.
the chanty on your head. Ah, when you strut down Sunny Hall Street, sashy, sashy. Ah, Jesus Christ, you're gonna knock 'em dead.
So, this guy in Glasgow, desperate trouble. He needs to pee, like, badly. When I say that, I don't mean the sort of... God almighty. No, I was thinking more along the lines of... Jesus Christ! You know, that kind of thing. Charging blindly round corners with the eyes rolling and right, backwards, bumping into people. What's up with you? Well, he came battering round a corner backwards, and out of the corner of his eye, he spied a wee public toilet. Went, and shot in the door. And there was 2 or 3 guys having a pee at the urinal bit, you know.
You know, there's a guy just rushed in the door. Oh, so it is. Yeah, hello.
So he came clattering through. You get a nice day for it. Came bashing up to the urinal and went, bzz, But it didn't go pee like it should. It went, wee! You're going out to me, what's the sky with you? Get up here, sell your bloody nutcase! Hey, look at ice in my hair!
He said, oh, I'm awful sorry about that.
You better get a bloody grip of yourself! 70 quid for a suit and you piss all over it!
Oh, I'm terribly sorry. Seems to be something wrong with my willy. You behave yourself.
So you want to see a bloody doctor about that then? I'm meeting the bird in 10 minutes. What am I supposed to do? Well, by some miracle, he managed to get out of there unscathed and went home, changed himself and went down to see the doctor.
So he's a doctor, by the way. Bit embarrassing, really, but there seems to be something wrong with my thingy. I can't recall the right name for it offhand, you know. I believe it's a Venus or something like that. I went for a pee there and it went like a big fountain. I nearly got a doing.
He says, well, get it out, give us a look. Just put it on the table there, that'd be handy. So he did, and he was a bit embarrassed, you know, because the table was kind of high and he had to stand up on his toes like that. And the doctor, he's trying to pretend he's not embarrassed, going, la, 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 la. Oh, oh, oh. The doctor's got a big magnifying glass, huge big thing. He's looking at it. My God. What? Never in 30... Never in my entire career of it. Now tell me, you don't happen to play darts, I suppose?
No, I'm a Scrabble man myself.
I thought you might have been carrying him around in your trouser pocket, you know. I've never seen anything remotely like this in my life. It's riddled with holes.
Is it?
Here, have a look for yourself.
It's all right. It's dead big through this, isn't it? Can I keep this? Can I hang on to this? What am I going to do?
I'll tell you what, he says. He gives him a wee note. He says, go and see this fella here.
He says, oh, thank you.
Is he like a specialist or something? He says, no, he's a clarinet player. He'll show you how to hold it. Let's get in deeper now. Let's go deeper. A guy walked into an optician's one day. It's the shortest joke in the world. No, really, he just walked in ordinary. And he said to the optician, hey Jimmy, are you an optician? He says, that's what it says above the door, isn't it? He says, aye, right, fine. Hey, would you have a look at this, please? And puts it in the counter. And the optician says, it's a violin case. Oh, I know it's a violin case. Look inside it. Okay. Oh, for God's sake! You dirty, filthy wretch, you animal! How dare you sully this shop with this filth? Because inside the case is a huge jobby. The whole size of the case. He says, you dirty, filthy pig, get that out of here! He says, I did that myself, you know. He says, well, it's a doctor you should be seeing, not an optician. He says, no, you don't understand. Every time I do one of them, my eyes water. Glasgow High Court. You've been there as well, yeah? And the judge was sitting with his wig and all his ermine and the whole bit, looking very stern. And the public galleries were jammed, people leaning over. It'd been a horrific trial, and some of the most horrendous, awful evidence had been produced. And there was this animal in the dock. Right? A real animal. Flies going bzzz, bzzz. And the people are going, yeah, there he is down there. Spit on him, Jeannie. Saying, hanging's too good for the likes of you. It's a good kick up the arse you need. And the judge is sitting there in his robes and his wig, and he's summing up. He said, you are the most vile, disgusting creature I have ever had the misfortune of being in the same room as, far less trying. You're a disgusting reprobate and a filthy animal. And I only wish we still had hanging in this country. I would be delighted to send you to the gallows. You filthy animal. Have you anything to say for yourself? He says, fuck all. Well, let me tell you, the guy nearly fell off his chair. The wig got squinty. He leant over to his advisor and he says, what did he say there? He says, fuck all, Your Honour. He says, I could have sworn his lips moved. He says, so, no. This has been a long tour, about 39 years, I think. And, oh, shush. Don't tell me how to do my job. Did I come to your work and tell you how to sweep up? No. On this tour, we've done just about everywhere and it's been incredibly nice. But when we first came into England, we did a lot of little towns in Scotland. And we come down into England, and in the north of England somewhere on the M6, we stopped at a transport cafe. Now, I of course don't know how well you know transport cafes. Now, let me tell you something. I was shocked and stunned. Shocked and stunned. They sell magazines there. Bad boys magazines. Magazines you were arrested for 5 years ago in Soho, they sell now in transport cafes, beside the Beano and the Bunty. Beano, Bunty, Bare Arse Monthly. Right? You can get anything you like. Leather skateboarder. Anything. Well, my driver, in a moment of weakness, mistook it for the Bunty and bought one. I was shocked and stunned. There's a part about 2/3 of the way through for people sending Polaroid snaps of their own ladies in those positions. You know. I don't know why they pointed it all the time. I've known where it is for ages. Unbelievable. Shocked and stunned and not a little amazed. So purely for reference and research purposes, I looked through the rest of the magazine. Pretty duff, I thought. I went to the back again. And I came to the adverts. Have you seen the things you can buy? The things that people must be doing to one another? There's a thing. You tie it securely round the willy. You then tie it round your leg and secure it again. And then you go jogging. So, if you see a jogger in the street, say, away you go, you dirty bugger, you. Get the children indoors, you pervert. That's part of my anti-fitness campaign. Go down. You see them leaning against walls, sweating. If you see a jogger like that, it looks as if he's just had a coronary. Leave him alone, he's quite happy there. There's other things. Electric things. They whiz and whir and jiggle up and down. AIDS, they call them. AIDS. Perfect for every part of the body. Can you imagine it? The lady in bed going, darling, come to bed. I'll not be a minute, I'm just changing the batteries here. What? What's that? Oh, you like it? What the hell's that? You like this? Come on, don't be a spoil sport. Everybody's into it. I'm not bloody doing that. Oh, come on. Cost me a fortune. Get the hell away from me. Shocked and stunned. But then I came to my favourite bit. Well, I was still shocked and stunned, but I couldn't believe my eyes this time. There they were, there was two of them. Inflatable ladies. Sexy Sadie and lovely Raquel. You can buy the basic one. It's just an inflatable woman and you sort of go on with it. But if you're prepared to lash out a few quid, they get more and more exotic. I wonder if you get a John Bull repair outfit. But anyway. In case you blow its arse off, you know. But that's the basic model. But then if you lash out, you get all these exotic bits like electric moving parts, it says. Well, and if you lash out another few quid, it talks to you. It's a wee cassette you get. I wonder what it says. At the third stroke. I had all these fantasies, you know, about these women. Try to imagine what it would be like. The poor guy in bed with it and somebody comes to the door. Oh, for Christ's sake! Stabbing it to death. Oh, come in, yeah. Now, what about the electric moving parts? So you blow it up first.
I'm in the mood for love, simply because you need me.
Ah, you're here, darling. Do you start the moving parts first? And then get your timing right. Do you remember as a kid when you were skipping ropes and you were waiting for your turn like that? Or do you get on comfy and then start it? We're talking about it bursting, you know.
Talk to me. Sadie, come on. Talk to me.
But even worse than it bursting like that, imagine it going... Sadie! You're peeved at me, I can tell. We had the electric parts going... And away out the window. Oh no! For Christ's sake, shoot it down before the neighbours see it. What about the irate customer going back to the shop? With a sexy Sadie over the arm like that.
That's a load of bloody rubbish, Dad.
Oh, what seems to be the trouble, sir? That went down on me. If I'd known that, I'd charge you another £5 or so.
Oh, no!
You don't understand.
That's not what I mean.
I just gave it a wee love bite and it farted and flew out the window. Ladies and gentlemen, this is Billy Connolly speaking to you at the end of the album. And it's with a deep and desperate sense of humility and an overwhelming desire to cringe on the floor that I thank you deeply and wholeheartedly for listening to my album. Without you, sir, madam, there is no show. Thank you once again. With a tear in either eye, I salute you, salt of the earth. A very, very special and heartfelt thank you to His Excellency, the Gibraltar Ambassador, and to all his lovely staff at the embassy. Thank you for unearthing the 32-string Zubrig, which is used extensively throughout the album and to devastating effect on track 19. Thank you, sir, once again. You'll be my dreams. To the Little Sisters of the Poor, who looked after me so well when I was a little boy, thank you. To the Big Sisters of the Rich, who looked after me so well when I was a big boy, thank you very much indeed. As a matter of fact, to the entire Catholic Church, thank you for the rhythm method, without which I wouldn't be here today at all. To my American fans, hi there you guys. What's happening, huh? Hey, come on man, roll one for me. Hey, stay loose man. Hey, thanks for that beautiful visit to your beautiful country. Oh, I don't know when I'll be back, but you know, swing along, stay cool, keep your anus behind you. Yeah. And another thing, hey, talking about the colonies, Australia, to all of the people of Brisbane, that is all the ones who were at my concert in Brisbane 3 years ago. I'd like to say, thought you hurt me, didn't you? Well, you didn't. I've got the money and I don't care. A very, very special thank you to the officers and men of my favourite regiment, the Queen's Own Deserters. Nobody knows what these men look like because they're always seen from the back, disappearing over the horizon. Thank you, lads, for a great time. Your motto is engraved in my heart. If I remember it correctly, it's fuck this for a game of soldiers. I'm Orsky. I'll always treasure your manual, include me out, and look forward deeply to seeing the sequel. I believe it's called No Way. But anyway, lads, you're always in my thoughts. I love you. I love you. Charles Atlas, thank you for making me the man that I am. But I must add, Charles, that chest expander's awful uncomfortable under my vest. Ian Paisley, a big thanks for being living proof that there are Irish jokes. To the man in the grey suit who gave me a light in Woolworths in 1953. Hey look man, I know the world's forgotten about you. I have it thrice a lot. Mrs. McGlumpha, thanks a million for giving me thumbs for going for a pint of milk. And while we're on the subject of the guy who stole my bike outside the Western Pigeon House in Partick in 1951, you get yours, you bastard! If I ever catch up with you, I'll ram the bike round your fucking neck! Did you hear that? You're probably sitting on the bike just now listening to this album. Well,